Hello everybody, this is Eternally Sunny, and I decided to showcase some footage of me kind of slowly switching up and locking in, and this happens to be in competitive mode. This was one of the very first of the games that I played by myself solo. Usually I played with other friends, but this time, I was like, I'm gonna try and see what I can do. And at the beginning, you're gonna catch on, like, I'm not doing too hot and stuff like that. But personally, I thought it'd be really cool just to showcase some raw footage and, take time to really talk about it and kind of dissect it a bit because, I kind of feel like one of those people in sports that look back at their footage and they're like, I should have done this or should have done that. So
It's going to get interesting. My baby's destroyed. Time to let off some steam.
So just as a reminder on the gameplay, usually when I look at them, it's kind of flipped compared to seeing the enemies as red. They're blue. So if you do get confused, just know that the enemies are blue. Sometimes I tend to forget, even watching back, because I'm like, why am I going at my homies, my people? But that's just at least how the gameplay for me showcase it. So by the way, as a reminder, I'm kind of sick, so that's why my voice kind of sounds the way it does. And if I just sound more nasally, I've been sick for the past like 3-4 days, which really sucks, but it is what it is. But overall, I never really got into competitive when I was into Overwatch back in the day. But now I'm kind of like, I want to see what I can do. Would be really cool if I could like slowly, raise up the ranks and just climb up. But it takes time. And this is where I kind of began to think more. Where I was like, oh, I can peek a little bit. I can, try to be a little bit of an annoying little old man that I am. So I was like, okay, we cooking, but of course gotta get humbled. Of course, the diva, freaking Hanzo, out here tag teaming me, shaking my head. You know what I'm saying? But at this point, like my brain kind of like big brain energy came through where I was like, I could kind of be annoying. I kind of want to be annoying to the team, the opposite team, and kind of make them focus on me, or at least kind of like be a bit of a flank and be like, hey, look at me, I'm still here. So I started like peeking, and I think this really like helped me out and just added a new level of edge to me. And so I slowly began to gain more confidence in like my peeking skills and my finesse skills. And look right there, that's a good indicator of just like, okay, I'm just trying to quickly get out of here, trying to save my booty, not die, but also try to do as much damage as I can, be a little bit of an annoying little butt that I am. And slowly but surely it was working. And at this point, like, I was slowly locking in because I felt like we weren't really winning at all. So I feel like a definite switch up in me, like, I don't know. To me, when it comes to like Marvel Rivals or Overwatch, sometimes you just need, a root main, or sometimes you just need this main. And at this time, I'm like, sometimes you just need a Bjorn, a good Bjorn that's locking in. So I think I definitely helped in changing the game. I'm not gonna say I'm the reason, but I know I definitely like switching up into locked mode helped a lot. So I was like, damn, like, look at that. Like, my brain legit expanded a bit more. It's not smooth brain anymore, So I was like, hell yeah, like, look at us. We're getting this done. We're getting this done. So I was getting, like, really, like, excited. Like, damn, look at me. Look at me, bro. Look at me.
What about a turret that shoots smaller turrets?
If you want my help, you better be dying.
Sometimes some of those voice actors really get under my skin when they say stuff like that. I'm like, bro, you gotta chill with that. You gotta put that attitude away. We in war. We're going against other people. Chill out with that attitude, low key.
Capture the objective. Persevere. Without striving, one achieves nothing.
So now I feel like our team is slowly getting more confident in working together. Like we kind of found our groove. We found, you know, some type of flow. And right here, like I'm playing a little more boldly. I'm kind of feeling more confident. And, you know, whenever you get a good healer in Overwatch, you know, it's a blessing. So every time I got heals, I was like, yo, thank you. But look at that, like I'm out here locking in, trying to grab as much kills as I can, trying to be annoying. And overall, I just feel like this specific game, really stuck out to me. It might not to other people, or even be like the best gameplay ever, but I know to me this was a very pivotal game because I began to use my surroundings slowly but surely. Kind of like, I can't really rely on heals because, you know, there's times where we join in lobbies where the healers are DPS or the healers are just dog doo-doo, you know? So you can't really, you know, go as hard as you want to or as confidently because, you know, they're not healing you. But as time went on, I noticed like the tanks would get more annoyed with me. Like they kept gunning for me, they kept looking for me, and I'm like, yo, they already know what's up. And, you know, sometimes I wish that TORBJORN had a bit more mobility because he's a little dude. So he takes time to walk around. He's a little grandpa. He's a little Santa Claus. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, you know, I'm like ready for war, ready for havoc, and this diva comes at me, you know, right on cue. But watch what happens. This is what happens when you got good heals, or at least heals kind of keeping an eye on you. Finesse that out of there. Took point again. Using the environment. Hiding, moving, taking some damage. Thought there was a healing pack here. Reuniting with the team. Placing some lava in case the opposite team comes through. And just being ready. So with this was definitely making my brain think a lot. Using the environment to my advantage. Trying to be annoying. Felt like a cockroach, to be honest. Kind of coming in and out, coming in and out. I was really surprised that nobody followed me in here. Because that would have definitely, like, foiled my plans. But we definitely were working together. Like, I think it also helps that I use the environment so that I don't get hit or need heals that often. So the healers don't really need to worry about me. I think that's one of the things I like too. So right now I'm feeling pretty good. We got everyone off point. We're doing great as a team. Shout out to the healers, low key. But yeah, like we're about to take this point again too. Like everyone was getting ready for it. He really tried to use his ult, but I was not ready for that. I was like, no, we're not doing this today, Diva. Legit. Nice.
The enemy team has been vanquished.
We did that. We did that.
Score 1-2. to 1.
So at this point, we've already made strides into, you know, bringing it back. We are the underdogs at this point, but now we are leveled out. We're 1-1, and now I feel everyone is getting more comfortable, more acclimated to each other's flow and what our positions are in this team. And for me, it's to do as much damage as I can, be a little cockroach, and be annoying. That's my task, and try my best not to die and not rely on the healers, so that the healers can focus on the tanks, on the other DPS, and everyone else in the group. That's usually like one of the things. And I'm just super excited. I'm just super ready to take this other point in competitive because, you know, and I got too excited, I almost fell off, as you can see. And I'm just scoping out the environment, trying to see what can I use as my advantage. And I'm like trying to be sneaky, going from behind. Then we go around, looking what works, what does this do? Trying to use it as my advantage. Diva out here, always trying. Doing as much damage to help out my teammates.
My precious word!
So right now I'm already taking the position that I'm gonna be guarding the point and trying my best to send out my turret into war with my other teammates so they got something to help with damage and also kind of distract the team. So at this point, I'm getting some gut feeling that probably someone's gonna be sneaky, someone's gonna do something I would do, and I'm kind of getting a little paranoid, but I'm also like, okay, focus on this area. They're really trying. Just keep an eye out for that. And I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna use this environment, hide behind the walls, go after Diva, focus on everybody else. Shout out to the healers again. I had really good healers this round. And just trying. So now I'm just kind of like, the instinct is here. I feel it. But we're just chilling. We're taking our time. Then I hear feet all of a sudden. And who is it? I believe that's Hanzo. But he's out here trying to be sneaky like me. And thank goodness a teammate came in here and helped me out, because I probably would have lost that 1v1 due to my poor shooting skills. But look, we already got it. Feeling pretty locked in at this point. Here comes Lucio trying to postpone. But not letting Diva get out of that. And there we go.
That's a job well done.
So that's some of the gameplay for me, at least. I saw progression throughout the whole time, where at the beginning we lost and I was slowly getting my flow in the team. But in hindsight, I felt like I grew as a person. I started using my environment, started like scoping out, you know, what's going on, and trying to think more for the team compared to just like, oh, me, let me get all the kills, you know. But I hope in time that I become better with TORBJORN, because personally, I love this grandpa. I love this dude. He's a little silly willy. But I do hope you enjoyed, and do let me know if you actually like this type of content. Leave a comment below saying like, oh, I would love to see more of this. And yeah, it's something really light edited, and yeah, I had a good time commenting, looking back at this. This was like one of my favorite games, and I hope to, you know, in the future share when I find another one or one that shows exponential growth in me, and maybe we could just like talk about it. I mean, I'm not a hardcore Overwatch person, you know, gamer, but I personally like it because I don't know. It brings back a lot of good memories back in the day when it was just Overwatch, you know? So, yeah. All right. I'll see y'all later. Please be safe. Bye.